What's going on, guys? Ryan O'Toole back here again, giving you guys another top 10 list. If you guys are new here, feel free to click that subscribe button and that bell notification icon for more reviews, reactions, rankings, and more movie content. 2020 is almost coming to a close, thank God, and it fits the title. Like, this year has just been the worst. Like, so many bad things have happened, and I'm not going to talk about that personally, but I'm going to talk about the bad movies. There were a lot of bad movies. I'll just say that right off the bat. So these are my top 10 worst movies of 2020. If you haven't seen my best of 2020 video, that video is out on the channel. You could go check that out. Before we get to the top 10 list, guys, these are just my worst movies of the year. Some of these movies you don't even consider bad or aren't even on your list, and that's totally fine because it's all subjectivity. This is a subjective list, not an objective list. Let me know your list down below in the comments. What were your worst movies of the year? Let's have a great conversation going, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button if you're new and for more movie content. I have 5 dishonorable mentions right here. They didn't make the list, but they are bad themselves. The Tax Collector, The Willoughbys, Hubie Halloween, Downhill, and Animal Crackers. All terrible movies in their own right, but these 10 were much worse.
That is absolutely fantastic.
Bloodshot? This movie came out? I saw it? Vin Diesel playing this daredevil vampire superhero who's got superpowers. He can throw cars, he can punch through people super fast. It's an experience, I can say that much. And before the pandemic started, this was one of the films I saw before it did, and it wasn't a pleasant experience to say the least. But I can say it did have some very entertaining sequences, especially this skyscraper fight scene with Vin Diesel and this one Russian guy. That whole entire sequence was a gif in of itself. Like, I was just laughing my ass off watching that sequence. And if Vin Diesel wasn't in the movie, then I don't think it would be as memorable as it is. So that's a plus.
To myself, oh, what a wonderful world.
Who even asked for another Doolittle movie? Dr. Doolittle was just this Eddie Murphy movie that was subpar, and now we have another one, and Robert Downey Jr. plays him. You're so much better, man. Doolittle has some of the worst effects I've seen, probably ever seen, if I'm being honest, when it comes to animals. Like, it doesn't even compare to Jungle Book at all. I don't think even kids are gonna enjoy this movie at all. There's no good messages for them, and the family members will just be checking their watches, waiting for the movie to end, and plus a frickin' animal farts in Robert Downey Jr.'s face. If that doesn't say enough to not watch the movie, then I don't know what does. Antebellum was another horrible horror movie that came out this year. I don't know what the filmmakers' minds were making this movie. They were pretty inspired by Jordan Peele's Get Out, I can say that much. Janelle Monáe is another great actress. I wish she could do other projects besides this, but Antebellum is just full of horror tropes and movie cliches we've seen a million times before, and a plot twist that just ruins the whole entire movie in general. I know this movie offended a lot of people, and I understand why, because the movie just is not at all relevant, and it's just nothing satisfying.
I punched that bitch in the face.
I would marry you if I was in the coochie.
Like a Boss, one of those January comedy movies that comes out and is just horrible in every single way. Like a Boss is one of the most annoying films I've seen this year. Probably the most annoying, if I'm being honest. Rose Byrne, Tiffany Haddish, and Selma Hayek. Some really talented actresses in here who are really great at what they do, but in this movie, they just do not work. They're not funny. They're annoying in this movie. And it's just a film we've seen many times before. The Devil Wears Prada mixed with Girls Trip Gun, horribly wrong. The chemistry just is not good in this film. and just the pacing really drags this movie down. It's almost 2 hours long. That's really long for a comedy, I'll just say that. And it's just not funny. Like, nothing about this film is funny. The jokes don't land. The story is just forgettable. And yeah, Girls Trip, one of the worst films I've seen this year. The Turn-In. Oh man, I saw this movie. What even was this movie? Like, just another January horror movie that just looks terrible, and it is terrible. Oh yeah, Mackenzie Davis is this babysitter, teacher, what even is she? And you got Brooklyn Prince, who's great in The Florida Project, and you got Finn Wolfhard from Stranger Things, and it's just this family... I don't even know what it is. Like, The Turn-In is just one of the most forgettable films of the year. It's got a lot of bad jump scares in it, and a story that is not good, and the ending of this movie, I've talked about it, is one of the dumbest endings I've ever seen. It just ends like that, and you're just questioning why I wasted 90 minutes of my life watching the film. I'm a big fan of when horror movies are done right, but when horror movies are done stupid and poorly like this garbage, I just get offended by it. January horror movie, you know it's going to be bad, and that's what The Grudge was. I remember the ending, but everything else, don't remember anything about it. John Cho's in the movie, that's cool, but jump scares that come absolutely predictably, and characters that are just so freaking annoying. Our lead character is freaking annoying, and that's just your typical January horror movie. Brahms the Boy 2. Did anybody even ask for a sequel to The Boy? I don't think anybody did. I watched this movie, the first one before this one, and it's just as bad. The movie tries to do something different compared to the first one, but it just does it in the most boring way possible. And Katie Holmes, I really like her as an actress, but she's just totally bad in here, as well as all these characters. They're just terrible. I can't stand the typical horror movie formula with the jump scares and with the family moving into a new place and it's very haunted, and The Boy 2 has all of those horror movie cliches, and this movie provides nothing new to the table, and it just provides us or gives us one of the worst films of the year.
I'm your friend. I've always wanted to hear you say that.
Oh my god, Fantasy Island. If you haven't seen this movie, I recommend it just to see how just of an experience it is. I'll just say that. It is an experience. This movie's another truth or dare, another countdown. It is just absolutely terrible in every single way possible. And it's just funny. It's funny of how bad it is. Michael Pena plays this island guy. He gets all these people to play this game. They turn on each other, kill each other. It's just stupid, but funny. Love isn't the answer to everything, pretty much what the message is, and it's hysterical. This movie's just hilariously bad, but I enjoyed it, so I wasn't bored by it.
The next criminal mastermind.
Now look around, this is what they call great.
Artemis Fowl had a lot of potential. You know, the book series is well beloved. A lot of people love the books, and the movie. No. How could you take something that is so beloved and make it this bad? Artemis Fowl is not even a kid's movie that kids can enjoy. This movie's next level bad. I mean, our lead character seems like a nice kid, but he's not good in this movie at all. Very poor acting. And Colin Farrell, what are you doing, man? Josh Gad, these are really talented people. I'm just really embarrassed for this movie and just offended. Like, you put so much money into a project like this and no care at all was put into it. And we get results like this. Artemis Fowl is a beloved book series. It should have been treated with much more respect. Do I even need to explain what my number one worst movie of the year is? First of all, the fact that this movie is made is a crime. The fact that this movie was made is an embarrassment to society. Like, this movie is awful in every single way. It should not have been made. I should not have seen this movie. It is just really, really bad. Do not see Cuties at all. There you have it, guys. Those are my top 10 worst movies of 2020. What did you guys think of my list? Did you agree with it? Disagree with it? Let me know your list down below. Let's have a great conversation about it. Thank you guys, as always, for watching this video. All my social media links are in the description below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.